5 minute radio program brought to you by the management of the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Medical Center, a program that provides you, our listeners, the opportunity to interact with policymakers and medical doctors from the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Medical Center, Liberia's premier medical center. And today, for today's edition of the program, I'm your host. James Bill Creighton is my name, from the communications department at the JFK Medical Center. And today we will be discussing another very important issue that has to do with some surgical mission, neurosurgical mission that is to be happening in Liberia. It's a kind of a regular, a thing that is done usually by the Kolebu Neuroscience Foundation. They usually come to Liberia through a partnership with the Ministry of Health. In the John F. Kennedy Medical Center, they usually conduct neurosurgical surgeries and all of that. So Dr. Bada is here today to be telling us more about that. So welcome again to the program. Invite someone to listen, and you are going to be informed about this mission. And maybe you have someone who is suffering from some of the diseases or some of the day relative to the Kolebu Neuroscience Foundation own surgical neurosurgical mission that is to be having to be held at the JFK Medical Center soon. Can you tell us? You are the second neurosurgeon. So Liberia can boast of two neurosurgeons now. Dr. Doe, who conducted somewhere around 2019, conducted the first brain trauma surgery. That's a year. He did an intervention on a 65 years old man, along with all Liberian local medical team. And that was a success. He received accommodations from all over the Africa, and even the president of the Republic of Liberia commended him also. So tell us, how do you feel starting in just returning into the country and still in achieving this milestone as a neurosurgeon, coming back to your country? Tell us, how was your studies like, in that country, and how do you intend to encourage other young professionals that are in the medical field to pursue similar? Because you only have two, and you have a very huge population, and you only have two neurosurgeons in the country. Even though it's an achievement for us, but I guess you want to encourage others to also pursue similar field.
Exactly. And I think long before I went for training in neurosurgery, having Dr. Doe as the only Liberian neurosurgeon, and so taking that path of specialization created the burden that it was a mission.
But did you get your motivation from Dr. Doe?
Yes, because I think I had the privilege to work with him.
Oh, okay.
In 2018, 2019, even with this mission before I left for
That's
training. And I think I should say that publicly. He's one of the best example of what we should look at when it comes to developing our talents in our brain. He one of those who encouraged me to go and come and join him. And in fact, the scholarship that I went on, it was he who recommended me. He actually recommended 2 young Liberian doctors, and I was privileged to have been vetted and given a scholarship. So, and he followed from the beginning all the way here. So he's not just a colleague.
Yeah, he's almost like a mentor now. Yes. Okay. So yes. So which country you did your studies in?
Yeah. So I was in China.
China.
Yeah, and the for the matter of fact, I actually did my first degree in medicine in China. Yes, so I did my bachelor degree here at the University of Liberia, but I did my first degree in medicine in China. And I came back, got licensed, and worked for 2 years before going back to specialize in neurosurgery in China. And I think it was a great experience because China, I think when it comes to neurosurgery, in fact, not just because of their population, but even in terms of health workforce, they have the largest number.
The largest, because of course they have almost like the largest population.
And in terms of infrastructure, they can boast that they have one of the best as well. So I think that was one of the best areas to practice, not just having world-renowned neurosurgeons, but having one of the best infrastructure or system to practice in.
Equipment, all of that, to make your work easier.
And of course, a lot of patients as well.
Capacity and all of that, But I think we are, Liberia, at the level of the JFK Medical Center, we are gradually getting there in terms of having some of those equipment, diagnostic, to boost our diagnostic capacity in order to help you doctors, in doing your work. But we are happy again to have you back in Liberia and rendering your services at the JFK Medical Center, Dr. Bala. Even though I think you were second there or so at but you for Ministry of Health, and then you were second to the JFK Medical Center.
You're right.
They usually don't. So how has it been for you since your return? That sometimes you have a bulky schedule of patients that you have to attend to. Like I even work in the OPD just now. I saw some patients that are still there, waiting for you and all of that. How has it been since you returned?
Exactly.
Since your return, busy.
I don't have free time. Let me put it that way. We don't have free time. So even to be here, we have to, just jump out to get something done. Of course, Liberia have, according to our last population census, we have with 5 million people, and so definitely just 2 neurosurgeons. That's
a lot. You have a huge,
so we have a huge tax, and of course, coming back home, I did know what I'm coming to, even though.
So you prepare yourself for that, dog.
Even though on a daily basis, you see new challenges and you have to prepare yourself to face that. But I think coming back home, I knew that the tax is huge. So that's what I'm not very frustrated yet. And I hope to not get frustrated.
No, you would not.
I think the tax is huge, and we definitely encourage other young doctors who are already practicing and to seek specialization in this area. And just a few weeks I have spent at JFK, I can say the tax is huge, but it's something that is durable. It's something we can do. And that's because of the passion. What Dr. Doe has, I know he has had a lot of struggle, and there is still a huge gap.
Sure. There are a lot of challenges. There are challenges that you have to overcome.
We can say that we don't just have neurosurgeon. I think just saying I'm a second Liberian neurosurgeon is not sufficient. I want to be able to do what I'm trained to do. So we can do the very basic we can do, but I must say here that there is still a lot to do.
Thank you very much. That was the first of Dr. Augustine Bala. Dr. Augustine Bala is a neurosurgeon at the JFK Medical Center. So, Doc, let's move quickly to our talking point for today. The the Kolebu neurosurgical mission that is to be maybe about in a month time. They will be coming, bringing their team here to conduct neurosurgical and make neurosurgical interventions for some citizens. In the past time they've been coming, and a lot of people have benefited from this mission. So tell us, first of all, let's start by knowing what is the that's the Kolebu Neuroscience Foundation. What is it?
So in short, it's called KBNF, Kolebu Neuroscience Foundation. Was funded by a Canadian neuro nurse who was passionate about seeing neurosurgery being developed in West Africa. They started work in Ghana. Currently, they are doing work in Liberia, in Gambia, and also trying to extend to Sierra Leone. And they've been to Liberia a couple of times. And what they do is they support neurosurgery practice. They bring equipment and also bring neurosurgeons to help in West African countries where there is either no neurosurgeon or less human capacity to be able to do neurosurgical cases. And so this is not their first time to Liberia, and they have a couple of missions, and would be able to treat a lot of cases from congenital cases with pediatric patients, ranging from hydrocephalus, that's like excess water.
So we're definitely going to come to all of that. We just wanted the public to have an understanding of what KBNF is, and what are then some of their interventions, in Liberia. So having said that, they have a pending mission, like I stated earlier. So can you tell us about this mission? How is it?
So the mission,
when are they coming?
So the mission is going to be in February next year. So we expect team will start arriving first week in February, and second week we start doing surgeries. So we have started the preparation process that range from screening of patients. And so right now we are doing screening at JFK. And we are seeing patients who have complained. If you have persistent headache, that can go away with treatment. If you have a baby who is born or even after birth start to have increased head size, or having a knock, having a knock on the back, a normal knock on the back, or if you have a chronic severe back pain can go away for years. And if you also have been diagnosed before, or you think you have a mass or whatever growing in your head, around your brain, these are the kind of patients we are screening.
So that is the first step that you're going to have in order to qualify patients for the surgery?
Yeah, exactly, because you may just say, well, I'm having headache or having chronic back pain. So we have to see you.
To assess,
and then
do the assessment.
We do an assessment, and from our assessment, we can be able to advise you whether you are a candidate to benefit from some of those surgeries we'll be performing, or you're a candidate who just need what we call conservative management. But so the screening is very important. We have to be able to see you and hear your story and evaluate you or assess you, and then do other pre-operative investigation to be able to know whether you can benefit from some of the cases.
Thank you. So, listeners, if you are just joining us, this is a reminder that you are in tune to the program Inside JFK. Inside JFK is a 45-minute radio program brought to you by the management of the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Medical Center. This program is your number one health program. We bring the experts, we bring the specialists on the JFK Medical Center. They explain to you about medical issues that may be affecting you in your community. And you can get advice on these medical issues and from our experts, our doctors. So today we are discussing the Kolebu neurosurgical mission that is will be arriving in the country in February. And to carry on a lot of make some surgical intervention, that is neurosurgical interventions for Liberians, like they have been doing in past years that have been coming. And a lot of Liberians going to benefit from this. So we have Dr. Augustine Bala, who is a neurosurgeon from the JFK Medical Center, explaining to you how this entire mission of medical outreach going to be like. So back to you, Dr. Bala. So are those out of the let's say some of the cases that are going to be treated, or there are more?
Yes. So that why screening is very important. And so we're going to be screening patients that have any neurological complaint. So like I said, for children, complaint ranging from increase in the hair size, whether from birth or after birth, the what we will call excess water around the brain, hydrocephalus. If you have a baby or child that have a normal knock at the back, and you don't know what the cause is, so we call that spinal bifida. We'll be seeing these kind of babies who can be able to repair it as well, and adults as well.
Adults. I'm not cutting you off, Doc. The last radio program, that's the show we had. A guy called and said that he been suffering from this lower back pain. It's been very severe. They are stayed there for a longer time. He always feels his pain out of that. And we told him to come at the medical center. So I think there is an opportunity. If he's listening, he can go at the JFK Medical Center and get screened.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if you have a chronic lower back pain that been there for ages, it could be whether due to trauma, maybe you had an accident, or maybe because of age. Yes, definitely. When you have a chronic lower back pain that maybe you've been taking pain medication, it's not going away. Yes, your candidate can be able to screen you as well for that. And again, I was saying if you have a persistent headache, you don't know what the cause is. It could be you have a mass growing in your brain.
Mass growing.
Also screen
what
you
is
for that. So if you have a mass growing in your brain, what we call a brain tumor.
Brain tumor. Okay.
You will have headache.
Like the one that Dr. Doe and the local team conducted.
Yes. So we'll be screening patient as well for that. And so, or maybe you have because of the headache, then you're having blunt vision. You can see well, and it could be because you're having a tumor growing in your head. That's causing you to get a problem with your eyesight, and as well as the headache. So we'll be evaluating patients like that. So the patients with brain tumor, patient with spinal cord problem, whether degenerative or trauma. Yes, we'll be seeing patients like that in OP.
So when does the pre-screening commences?
So it has started as we speak now. I actually was in the clinic, and I say
that's how you were doing when we took you from the
exactly. So I have to rush back from here to continue seeing.
That's great. So there are some numbers that were announced by Dr. Doe. I think it would be good that we also announce those numbers.
Exactly.
Right, so that people who are listening and have these conditions, they can call. But let's do that at the end of the show, Doc. I think I have them here too, because we posted them on the page. So we will call these numbers, and then you can call in order if you have any of these conditions that Doc just mentioned, you can come at the JFK Medical Center and get screened and then with the team. So when will the surgery be conducted for free, and what are the requirements for patients?
Okay, so the surgery has to be done for free.
So you know that for the public to have an appreciation, because not many people understand that these interventions, it takes you thousands of dollars if you have to pay from your pocket, But this team been conducting these surgeries over some over 50, 75, up to 100. The last time the team came, they conducted surgeries, for more Liberian with these kind of conditions and all of that. These are expensive surgeries. Exactly. If you are to leave Liberia, I just want to say this, that in order for the public to have an understanding of what the KBNF is doing in partnership with the Ministry of Health and that of the JFK Medical Center, that's what I'm trying to give them understanding. Because some of these interventions, if you go out of the country and they charge you, some 15 to 20 United States dollars, 1,000 United States dollars. So just tell us, some of the amount in terms of the cost of some of these surgeries that your own.
Exactly. Neurosurgical operations are quite expensive. And we are blessed to have KBNF coming and facilitating some of those processes that we can be able to do.
And even bringing in the equipment that is needed.
I want to say that it's free for the patient, but it's not free, I should put
That's
it. Someone is taking the responsibility.
Yes.
So I think these patients should be grateful to KBNF because like some of the spinal cases we do, those that need instrumentation, when we say instrumentation, there are some of the spinal surgery that we have to when we do if the patient spinal cord have problem, maybe because accident, and so we have to do instrumentation, put screw in your back or in your leg. Some of those screws,
because some of them
each of these screws cost thousands of dollars. And so one of the things that KBNF does is they bring those instruments, they bring those screws, and so then send they bring it we do the operation. So they donate it, so they give it so that the patients don't have to pay for this. So it's actually not free because actually KBNF buy these screws, they pay money
the
for
organization
it, and they bring it to help Liberians who can afford, right? And those. There are a couple of other Liberians who can afford. If you go to India, you go to China, you go to the United States, some of those surgery costs thousands of dollars. Maybe the least will be $15,000-$20,000.
Wow.
Apart from your accommodation, traveling expenses, and all of that.
Sure. Yes. So we would like to say thanks to KBNF in this public manner that what they are doing for Liberians or what they have been doing over the years in terms of carrying out these neurosurgical cases for Liberians, with no cost to the patient. But there are other requirements that the patient will have to, if it is needed now, like the lab, all of that. So explain.
So exactly,
break it down because some will go there and say, we need to make this clear as well.
So the pre-screening we are doing, when you go to the hospital, when you go to JFK to register for the pre-screening, you're gonna register for that.
Yeah, you got to register.
Register and pay the regular JFK registration fee as an OPD patient, outpatient person, and then you come to the clinic. So when you come for the pre-screening, you will register. You have to pay to be screened, and then when we screen you, almost all our patients need some investigation. So if you need to do a CT scan, if you need to do an MRI, if you need to do labs, the patients will have to go and pay for that. So you have to pay for all the
imaging.
So imaging, labs work, you have to do that. And the patients that will be assets that will be evaluated, that will be scheduled for surgery. So if you need to have blood,
transfusion,
for transfusion, so you have to get relatives to be able to go and donate blood, or you have to arrange that with the lab as well. So the patients are responsible for all of that. And also KBNF do bring a lot of medications. So some of the medications that we need for surgery,
in terms of recovery,
post-op and pre-op, those ones will be given to the patient free. But if there are medications that are needed, and additional medications that are needed, maybe even when you're going home, or when you just admit there, if you need additional medication that is not available, that KBNF didn't bring,
that would be prescribed, so you get it from
prescribed, and then you have to you need to prepare. But if you compare relatively how much you
how much you're going to pay on those minor issues,
lab imaging, and stay in the hospital,
it's still huge.
And the cost of the surgery,
the cost of the surgery,
you are actually taking
exactly.
And I want to add this there, right? If we have patients who there are patients who can afford to even pay for the surgery, right? Like now you have the opportunity. You may not need to travel to India or travel to China or USA, and you have a renowned neurosurgeons from Canada, from America, joining the Liberian team to do the surgery for you right here. I think you shouldn't be selfish. I think you should also contribute.
You can contribute
to those who can afford.
The other people who cannot afford. That's true.
If you have somebody coming to help you, right? The Canadians coming with those instruments, coming with medications, and so that we can be able to do these cases for free. So if you are here and you can afford to do that, I think you should. I think kind of like follow the parable we have is somebody
helping you to watch your back. You might have to watch the stomach.
So if you are like B-Rain, maybe you are a patient and you'll be coming for pre-screening and you can afford, I think you should not just pay for your lab and everything, but I think KBNF Liberia team is also open to
donations
to people like that.
And this is why I guess they have a website that you can go there to donate.
Yes.
You know, and it is because of the donation that have been made by some other people. That's why KBNL is still continuing this process of carrying out free, neurosurgical something for Liberians and other people in other parts of the world. So yes, so folks, now we want to announce the numbers that you can call in to participate on the program, and you can call us on 080-514096, 080-514096, or you can also call us on our orange number 0777-703530, 0777-703530, in order to be live on the program and interact with Dr. Augustine Bala, who is a neurosurgeon from the JFK Medical Center, talking about this neurosurgical outreach or medical mission that is to be taking place in Liberia, specifically at the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Medical Center. So you can call us on those numbers, and maybe you want to ask some questions so that you get further clarity on what Dr. Bala has explained about the mission or the outreach. So I call the numbers again: 080-514096, 080-514096. And to our viewers, this program is also being carried live on the LMTV page of let's say our LMTV page. So you can also go there. The numbers is being right on the screen there. You will see the numbers that you can call us, and also share this live video so that others who may not be following the program can also follow ELBC page on Facebook and follow and get the information. Good afternoon, caller. Anymore you calling from? Welcome to the program Inside JFK.
My name is Shafa Kamara, and I call from Sophie Action.
Okay.
There is a double to the data studio. I've been following the program. I've been suffering from severe back pain, lower back pain. From a childhood, I was like around 10 years old when I fell from the arcade.
Okay.
And now started to experience a particular lower back pain. So I want to take advantage of this program.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So you keep following the program, the show, and additional information will be provided by Dr. Bala. Okay. Do we have another caller? Okay. So you just had a caller calling in to say, and there are a lot of people out there that have these kinds of conditions, because sometimes you can see even before when the team comes, the influx of patients that they can have. Yeah, we have another caller. Good afternoon, caller. Anymore are you calling from? Welcome to the program Inside JFK.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, is this Inside JFK?
Yes.
Okay, this is Florida. Good morning, calling about us here.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for the program. I've been following the program, and my concern is being thrown to the back pain issue.
Come again?
So the back pain issue.
The back pain. Yeah, the lower back pain.
Yeah. For almost 6 years now, I got sick from a practice, and I went to the JFK to do some X-ray on me, and he said that my back is kind of, the joint is kind of the back.
Okay.
So I don't know what was the advice for that.
Okay, thank you. So that will advise you on that, okay? Just keep listening. That will advise you on it, okay? Just keep listening.
Hello?
Yeah, you getting me, man? Hello?
Yeah, just let me tell like that. You kind of, my phone kind of.
Okay, yeah, so just keep following the program, okay? So I think we have another caller on this line.
Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon, caller. Your name where calling from? Welcome to the program Inside JFK.
Yeah, I'm calling for the third line.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 2010 coconut drop on my hair, but I'm very embarrassing to low way.
Okay.
I don't know what I can find there too.
All right. Yeah, so you say you okay, so just keep following. That will address your concern.
Yeah.
Have another caller? Yeah, let's take that. Let's just take a few more. Yeah, good afternoon, caller. Any more you calling from? Welcome to the program Inside JFK.
Good afternoon. My name is Diamond M. Solomon.
Okay, Diamond.
I call from the Omega community.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Am I loud?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So my point here is, you people are talking about missionary coming to help, and then you're still talking about buying other things. For example, if the person would need blood, you can do bad blood. If the person need other stuff, the patient will need to buy it. And what I'm saying, our people, even those old man, those old ladies, those papi that are making their life and Peterborough Garden to survive, they will not have the means to afford. So I think the worst thing is we got money people in that area. You can create and.
Oh, we lost that caller. You can call back, but for the sake of time, let's go now to Doc quickly so that he address some of the concerns from the caller. Yes, two callers talk about back pain, lower back pain. The other said that she had been at JFK for the past 6 years. She's been going through this, and she was assessed. And I think she was told she wanted to know as well that she can come also to be part of this.
So the callers that talk about lower back pain, I think one of them said 6 years. So that's chronic lower back pain.
Exactly, chronic.
And one of them said that they are X-ray and but they stay having the persistent of the symptoms. So definitely I will advise those with a chronic lower back pain to come for evaluation. And so we'll go above the X-ray. We'll do a CT scan, and then we'll be able to advise them from that. So yes, persistent lower back pain, like the two callers, I will advise they come for the screening as well. And then one of the callers talk about having a coconut falling on his head. So my I think he didn't kind of state how long, but if since the coconut fall on his head, if you're having persistent headache, you think there is something happening to his core because of that coconut, that's trauma, right?
Yeah,
so definitely he should be able to come. But
come,
if the coconut fall in his head and just had a pain and there is no headache happening, probably that won't be something to worry about because especially duration. But if he's having persistent headache since that trauma, then I think that's somebody who should come for evaluation as well.
Okay.
And then I think one of the caller was talking about why are we saying patients should stay
buying or something,
pay for imaging, laboratory, and then if they need to get blood, they need to arrange that. A missionary coming to help. I think I used it.
You did.
Librarian parable, right? If somebody is washing your bike, you
try to watch your stomach.
So
we just talk about the amount.
Place where nobody coming to help. So
nobody,
are you going to look at yourself and die? So now we have 2 neurosurgeons.
Yes.
So are we going to be waiting
to the ones that will be coming?
Are we going to be waiting for missions before we can do surgeries? So if somebody is dying, are we going to wait for a mission? Like, okay, I think we should be able to do something for ourselves as well. And I think you're trying to give a very good point that I mentioned before he went off. That those who have money, not everybody have, but those who have money should be able to pay.
To pay so that this amount can be spent on
those who can afford. So there are people who can afford. There are people who can afford. So those who can afford should be able to contribute, and those who can afford this kind of help should be able to go to them.
Exactly. So for the sake of time, I don't think we can take any more calls. We can't take any more calls now for the sake of time, but just follow the instruction of Doc, like he said. Come at the JFK Medical Center, do your pre-screening, and then you will be shortlisted to benefit from this neurosurgical mission or outreach that is coming. So what's the target? How many patients do you intend that they will benefit from this initiative?
So the pre-screening is open, and we want as many librarians that can come. And we're hoping to we're still working on that, but we're hoping that we do cases at JFK and also at the 14 Military Hospital and the ELBC Hospital.
So the process will be decentralized. It's not only with JFK.
So currently we have started pre-screening at JFK. So we hoping to see as many patients we can see. And I know the challenge is sometimes the number of patients we see, and we can't be able to, even the number that we need surgery, we can't be able to operate on all of them. But we will stay advised. It's good you come for the pre-screening as many as we can see, we'll be open to see them. And those who we can operate, we operate on them. Those that need surgery, we'll be able to do surgery. And we also have 2 neurosurgeons in country.
Okay.
And the basic setup we have at JFK, we've been doing cases, right? So it's not just going to be limited to the mission, but the mission going to be
helping. They will just be there to augment your strength.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
So Doc, the lower back pain, is lower back pain only caused by accident? Do you only experience lower back pain when you have accident or so?
So no. So I will put it in 2 categories. One is what we call trauma, maybe at the result of accident. Either you fell from height.
Yeah, from the height.
Maybe you're on a farm, fell from the tree. Maybe you were on the farm, a tree fell on you, or you fell in the bathroom, slip on the tire, you fell in the living room, something like that, or you're involved in a motorbike accident or car accident, and then you have your spinal cord broken. Some trauma that cause, after that trauma, you have the severe back pain. That's one. And we have what we call degenerative. That's meaning you see a lot of people from their early 50s, even some people in their late 40s that have that. So this that is more degenerative. It's not because you have an accident, but as you getting old, your bone is getting old as well. And so there could be things that could happen that some of your bones start to press on your nerve. Then you start having that severe chronic lower back pain, that you start having numbness, you start having weakness as well, even coming down to your lower limb.
Wow. Okay, so those are the kinds of ways that you can have lower back pain.
Yes.
Okay, so folks, we want to say thanks to everyone who have called or calling in today in order to participate on the program. But lastly, we would like to take parting comments from our doc, and then in your parting comment that you can read the numbers. Or if you want me to do that from Dr. Doe's page, I can also do it, but you can do it.
Yeah. So thank you for having me here. And we have said a lot. So if you're having any of this complaint, especially chronic lower back pain, persistent headache that can't go away, with even paracetamol or some painkiller you've been taking, or some analgesic, and then you're having blood vision, you're having sound in your ear. It's good you come for the screening. If you have a baby, about any baby that was born with increased head size,
but it's water in the head,
or have a knock on their back, I think you should bring these babies for pre-screening as well. And we are doing that at JFK on Mondays and Fridays.
Those are the days for the pre-screening.
Yeah, for the pre-screening, we are at JFK. So when you come and say you came for the pre-screening, you will be registered and we'll see you. So we have our nurses that are in the OPD that you can call to give you information to come for the pre-screening. And the numbers are 08807098855 and 07700403884.
So you can repeat the number.
You can call this number to get in touch with our nurses, and they will arrange that. 08807098855. And for the orange is 07700403884.
Thank you very much. So, folks in Venezuela, this is how we will like to come to an end of today's edition of the program Inside JFK. I've been your host, James Bill Creighton is my name, and we have been discussing the surgical admission, a pending neurosurgical admission here to Liberia by the Kolebu Neuroscience Foundation, KBNF for short. And today, our guest discussant had been Dr. Augustine Bala, a neurosurgeon at the JFK Medical Center. We want to say, please do join us next Monday for another edition of the program Inside JFK. And do have yourself a great day. Thank you.